Hey, it's your girl, Copper Color Creations, coming with another update. Hey, family, how y'all doing out there? Okay, okay. All praise to our framer and shaper. All praise to the Most High. Allah, family. Shout out to everybody in cold right now. It is heating up. It's hot out there. It ain't heating up. It's already hot out there, family. And I'm so serious. Shout out to everybody that is enduring to the end. You know, like I've been stating, family, we are here. Okay? For those that don't understand or believe, I have been warning many people for going on 10 years now. And all I can say is that me and my brother and my mom, 10 years ago, we were, we were called crazy, 5150. Friends, family, foe was stating that we were on drugs and just all types of stuff, family. So I am excited. I am sitting back. It's nothing. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing to keep from crying because I sat back and I'm like, we are here. Everything, and I mean everything that I've warned my friends, family, and foe about is happening right now. I mean, right now. I had a brother, my friend, Brother Terry. He's a good guy. Brother Terry is someone I met when I moved to Arizona. One of our brothers who is married to a Gentile. And he went through a little awakening, but he kind of was, he's married and he has a full blown family. So he was torn between his family on a lot of things. And all I did was gave him the honest truth 3 years ago, and I was telling him everything that was going to happen. I was telling him, don't take the yitty gitty dig. The I was telling him a lot of things, and I told him who we were. I told him just about who we were in life and all the lies and how we've been brainwashed. And you know, I don't know if he really believed me or not, but let's fast forward to now. Brother Terry pulls up on me and he's like, everything Kyrie and Kanye is saying, you told me way before they even said. I said, oh, yeah? But, family, what I want to say is that we all have friends and family that came to us one way of another, um, trying to warn them of what's to come. Like I said, uh, in 2004, when I first went on the tour with Kanye, I did not, the Most High did not give me all of the knowledge. What he did was he lifted my veil so I could see what the music industry and all those men were about. So at the age of 25, while I was on that tour, I was not into the material things or what they could offer. I was there for a job. I was chosen to take on a duty, and I treated that job very seriously. So, and I could see right through everything, and that made me want to come back and change my life. But I went through this journey that I went through in my life for a reason. I never understood before my awakening. I wanted to write a book about my life, not knowing why did I go through so much and why did I connect with so many key people for what? Not knowing to help me in these times. Not in the last days, family, because I don't want to keep manifesting that to the tribe. We are not in our last days. This is not the end. Um, this is the end of the illusion, the end of the web, the end of all the lies and deceit. Truth will come forward, okay? All the unhealthy spirits of not being dishonest, of narcissism that's ramping, going wild. All of that is being exposed. If you're wondering why you're scrolling down your timelines and all you see is narcissistic people being exposed, and you see people teaching you how to see through a narcissistic person, because all that evil and all that low vibrational frequency will be cleansed from earth. Just know that there's a cleansing going on, family. And so I just, want to let everybody know I'm not just warning people because I've read it out of a book. I move off experience. I don't give anyone advice on any topic, on anything, unless I have fully experienced it. So, yeah, I, was warning everybody, me and my brother, about the music industry, and they were calling us crazy. I have recently, within the last 3 years, been warning the tribe and a lot of our brothers I build with. I warned them about the sports industry. Okay. Now, before we get started, I always like to cover some things, family. I am going to be making some announcements. I'm going to make I've made some major decisions on some things. Um, I am going to be starting my own platform with my own airwaves. I've decided to start something I've always wanted to start is a podcast. Copper Color Creation will have its own podcast coming soon. I will have my own airwaves. Um, I just feel like I can't, I'm not a, like a, I'm not a staged or a record person. I'm authentic. I'm real. I want to be able to wake up and discuss real life things that's going on in people's real life where I can help assist, or you can help me, or we can help each other. I just think that I want to enter in a different zone that I've always wanted to tap in, but it just wasn't the right time. I was in the battlefield. I had too much going on. So, with that being said, I am remodeling my office. I have Uncle Toby coming up and setting up the podcast for me. I am excited, family. Major transformation has taken place in my life, and the Creator is showing me so many signs, and they are amazing. Um, so much going on that I have to keep to myself, but just know in this season, you are either being given some gifts, or you're going to be given some curses. And I'm just keeping it 100. And I'm going to go deeper into that. So, yes, I will not be on the YouTube channel. For those that don't know who own YouTube, do your research. Of course, we're going to be censored. I don't want to be censored anymore. I want to be able to talk to the tribe about real life things that can help us raise our frequency and help us tribe up together. It's time for us to do that. All this, distractions and hijacks we have, It's time for me to come real. And if it's on an everyday or every other day thing, I'm gonna give the tribe my time that they so heartily deserve in these trying times right now, family. We are about to go through it. So, yeah, it's just like, I want to say this, like in the book of Exodus, when Aaron and Moses, you know, uh, like Sister said, they had a specific mission. Their mission was to come and lay the laws down, the statutes and commandments, okay, and the holy days, and to lay these laws down and to warn the tribe, okay. The Most High has sent many of us to come and warn the tribe of of instructions that was given to us. Whether you believe it or not, if you don't believe it, at least research it. Don't just deny knowledge and wisdom, okay? Because I am not a person to sit and debate with anyone. Like I have advised everyone, I have not been on social media, but only a couple years. I have not been on any platform, but only a couple years. I don't know how to work a lot of the things. I don't know how to tag people. I don't know how to do a lot of things, okay? So, and it is what it is. But I came with a mission, and I made sure I stated that because I'm not about this life. I'm not about being on social media, having followers, being seen and heard. That's not my thing. I have a shyness to me that has a shyness spirit that's been on me, and I believe it has a lot to do with my chakra, throat chakra being blocked, where I wasn't able to really deliver what I was thinking. I always thought of things, but I always kept my mouth shut about a lot of things. But it's time to unleash the dragon on a lot of you Nagas. And I'm so serious. I have been very patient with the tribe, but like I said, the podcast is coming. I am working, remodeling, painting. I'm doing so much, family, but I'm not going to let you down as promised. I'm going to keep the consistency going as much as possible, even though I'm not on social media as much. I have not been on Instagram. I get my messages, but I've been on Facebook, and I've been inside of a couple other platforms before I totally bow out. So, whew, let me take a deep breath because I don't know how long this video gonna be, and I really don't want to pay attention to how long. I just want you guys to get a lot of information that I have. I've been wanting to say it. Oh, I've been wanting to do a video so bad, family, and I've been so busy, but I got time, so let's go. Let me not forget what I wanted to discuss. Oh, I was just thinking the other day, me and Mama Copper. Mama Copper was uh, asking some questions. I'm going to dig on this on too on another video. Has anyone ever seen an African person, male or female, go to jail before? If you have, please come in my comments. I'm just anxious to know. I heard that there was a treaty going on, and I'm going to have to dig a little further into why. I have never seen a, I mean, if I had maybe one, right? Maybe one or two compared to how many other copper colors ago. So Mama Copper was just talking about that, and I said I was going to dig a little deeper on that. Also, Also, let's talk about it. So, like I was saying, the name of this video is The Fake History of Chicago, but it's really going to be tagged, Is Chicago Really Rome? Because we're going to dig on Chigagou, Chicago. We're going to dig a little deeper on the fake history. And I found a young gentleman that feels the same way that we all do about a lot of the fake history. And so I found an article, and we're going to dig in that. But first, I want to discuss what's current in the current news right now and what's really fuse is really ticking me off. So let's talk about it. So, first of all, like I said, I warned the brothers about the NFL, about the basketball players, about the music industry. I've been there. I've done that. I've been in there. So let's talk about it. When I first moved to Arizona, I took on running my businesses. I went to a lot of they had a lot of CEO gatherings, and I ran into a Mike Vanderjet. He's a ex NFL player. Make a long story short, we connected. I ended up doing business with him. Became his personal assistant, and just start vibing with him. Fast forward to right now, me and Mike are buddies. Um, of course, I've he knows the truth. Is he heating? That's his personal thing. But a lot of the brothers think that I just I'm just talking a lot of this gibberish, like I haven't been through this before, like I don't know what I'm talking about. As far as the NFL, I can tell you much about the NFL. I have family members that have kids by men in the NFL. So when I speak to brothers about the NFL, they think I'm just talking about the NFL. No, I've been in it. I know about it. Okay, that's my journey. The Most High took me and had me dwell with certain people for a reason. The whole time I'm sitting at big dinners, like, why am I with these people? Because, I really never wanted to be involved in it. I had an agenda for marketing for my clothing brand. That was the mission. I did not want to be involved in the limelight. I wanted to work in the background and tap in for the marketing and the following and dip out. I was not about that life. So, also, let's talk about some things that the Kanye situation. For those that don't know, I um I I did some time in Chicago with Twister and Kanye. I did a tour with them, okay? And I was in the industry. Was I deep into it? No, because the Most High would not allow me or my family to move any more further. He just allowed us to say, okay, I'm gonna let y'all see what this is about, and you let me know if you want that life. And we chose no, that's not the life we wanted to live. So this is Kanye and Donda in his younger years. Look at Kanye, okay? Y'all see him? Look at him, okay? Look at his ears, his chin, his nose. Check it out. All right, let's go to the next picture, family. All right. Oh, excuse me, family. Let's see here. All right. The next picture is right here. All right. Okay. So it says Donda West, Nee Williams' mother, date of birth July 12th, 1949, date of death November 10th, 2007. All right. Zodiac sign, she's a Cancer. And for those that don't understand what's going on when I say dodge these distractions, I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate it so you understand. We all are vibing on a frequency. We all are in this simulation on a frequency code. Everybody has a job to do. Not everybody has a soul in this mission. There are 8 what billion, so I believe it's way more than 8 billion people. They say it's 8 billion people on this earth. Out of those 8 billion people, only 144,000 have a mission. So, I mean, that alone should make you question a lot of things in this realm. So Kanye's mother combined a position of an English professor and a chair of English department with dedicated motherhood. Having retired, Donda had been her son's manager until she passed away due to cardiac arrest after multiple cosmetic surgery. Mother's death was a great blow to Kanye for their extremely close knit relationship, giving up academic activity to be more involved in her son's rising career. Donda always stood at Kanye's side. As a momager, Donda served as chief executive of West Brands alongside a chairman of the nonprofit Kanye West Foundation. A few months before death, she released a book, Raising Kanye. Life lessons from the mother of a hip hop superstar, letting the entire world know to raise a star. Donda had liposuction, a tummy tuck, and a breast reduction the day before she died. Okay, all right. Now, number one, uh, go back, pull up the video. Kanye told y'all he sold his soul. It came with a happy meal and a crappy deal. He was mad because when you sell your soul and you give him that little drop of blood, and it's a contract, okay? It's a contract, family, for your consciousness, and what they to clone you, and what they do is and so they don't tell you who you're going to lose. They just you know get that target person that is closest to you, that is very influential, that could turn you another way. um, maybe she must apparently was his handler, and sometimes they can get rid of certain handlers that influence you to do the right thing or whatnot. Um, with that being said, you know, a lot of these artists, is, like I said, they're sacrificed loved ones. Um, you have you have a couple options. You can either sacrifice yourself in being sacrifice your gender by telling the world that you want to be uh, a woman, or you dating a man, or a man on man, or you can sacrifice your kids, or you can do a blood sacrifice. So, with that being said, you know, we know the game. Those that know. Those that don't know need to know that this is a distraction and it's a frequency. Kanye is on a frequency, you know, and it's an algorithm, okay? Remember who the master controller is. Don't never get a closed mind and give up who the master controller is. All right. It says Ray West, his father, was a Black Panther, one of the first Black award winning journalists at the Atlanta Constitution, blah. Okay, a Christian marriage counselor. He was a medical illustrator and owner of Good Water Store and Cafe, even a photographer who managed to get the picture of Ronald Reagan. Ray West has worn a lot of hats. Ray divorced Kanye's mother when the boy was just 3 years old. Kid for financial troubles. Left alone with his mother, the future musician spent every summer with dad, who was coming through any struggles to provide for his only son. It took Kanye more than 40 years to realize that his dad is actually his best friend. In 2019, the rapper bonded with his father in the Follow God music video, where they have fun driving cars and smile together in the shallow snow on Kanye and Kim's ranch in Wyoming. Now, number one, uh, when I'm reading things, I'm seeing things different from everybody else's family. So, what stuck out is the Black Panther movement. Family, do y'all research on that movement. That's a government movement. The original Black Panther was infiltrated. So you got to understand who infiltrated that. Number two, he was an award winning journalist. Okay. And he took the picture of Ronald Wait Reagan. Reagan. Ooh, excuse me, family. Hold on. Look at these numbers and these key names and these key words that I'm saying. Okay. And then I'm going to say 3 years old. Three. Okay. Uh, and then it took him 40 years to realize his dad. It took him 40 years. Really? 40? All right, let's go on, family. For those that know. Those that don't know, you need to know. All right. All right. So, you play let's he in assimilation. His frequency is 33, family. For those that don't know, I'm gonna keep going because I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. I just want y'all to know what the energy is being sucked out of this. All right. Kanye ain't telling us, him and Kyrie ain't telling us nothing. We already know. Him, Farrakhan, and whoever else, they done had these platforms for how many years? It's too late. Time's up. Game over. All right, family. That's not the picture. Okay, so for those that don't know, well, yeah, let's talk about it. For those that don't know, I ended, when I speak sports, I ended my career with the money team. So I could tell you much about how sports, boxing, and all of that set up. For you brothers that have came at me telling me I'm just reading out of magazines, I don't have to debate or prove anything to anyone, but this is for the tribe to understand. The Most High took me through certain journeys to hang with certain people for a reason. Not to sit and name drop and brag, oh, I've been with a celebrity. Family, these celebrities are soulless, they're broke, they're lost, and they're confused. Okay? A lot of them, at the end, I did come to them and let them know about these things. So a lot of them will remember me. Trust. Let's go. All right. When I was on tour with Kanye, look at Kanye, y'all. Look at his ears. Look at this picture. I know it's so old. I tried to get it clear as possible. That's me when I was being a little dressing unmodesty. Let's go ahead. All right, family. Look at his ears. Look at his smile. Just look at his eyes, family. Look at his nose. All right, let's keep going. All right. I just told y'all it's all about energy. Okay. I did explain to you guys that he is an Eastern Star baby, Masonic baby. The Masonic temple, that G in the Masonic, so I heard, it stands for Gilgamesh, but that's for another video, family. We're going to dig on that. But anyways, so it's all about energy. What is this brother stating to us? Who is Kanye and who is Ye? Are they wearing, are they doing a body double? Is he wearing a full blown, um, is he wearing a full blown mask? Uh, the Future told us mask off. Was we listening? Or, did they clone the poor baby? Uh, you know, from what I hear, uh, the tribe can be cloned, but we'll see. A lot of these lies are all coming, family. I'm doing so much research on all these lies. It's just amazing. The truth is coming out. So look at this. This is Kanye that said he sold his soul for a record deal. Mm. He said it came with a crappy deal and some toys, a happy meal, crappy deal, whatever. Anyways, he admitted it. Now he's telling the world he didn't um, sacrifice his mother, but you know, family. I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna just say this. you know, I personally think, and Father, forgive me, if this ain't right, but I just was meditating on some things. Let's let me try to find this article that I found. So we know the Jewish people own a lot of these family ancestries and family search and ancestry.com and all these DNA banks and blood banks and cloning centers and whatnot. We are aware that they own all of this. They can import stuff anywhere. So as I just was, just researching things, uh, one plus one equals two, and it just didn't add up for me. So I just want everybody to do their research. I say this because I'm just gonna brush through it, but the brief life history of Donda. Just read this, y'all. What sticks out? What's the first thing that stick out to y'all? I mean, I ain't gotta even read it. They're giving you, I mean, it says that, let's read it. Okay. When Dr. Donda C. Williams was born on uh, the 12th July of 1949 in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, United States, her father, Portwood Williams, was 33, and her mother, Lucille Eccles, was 33. She lived in West Cameroon in 2007. She died on 10th November 2007 in Marina del Rey, Los Angeles, California, United States at the age of 58. Okay. Now, if y'all don't see the six and threes all through there, I don't know what to tell you. Then you go over to her sisters. Nobody can be contacted. Not that I went stalking them, but nobody's alive to. Where are the relatives, the cousins? There's nothing. Everything looks scripted. You know, everything just looks scripted. You feel me? These numbers that follow him is his frequency. Okay? So, uh, what I'm trying to say is, let's go back to these pictures I got. Where did I leave off, family? All right. What I'm trying to say is this. I mean, call me crazy, but y'all know I've been right about a lot of things, whether anybody want to, believe me or not. And I'm not saying that uh, to brag. I'm saying that in the most humble way. I'm saying that to start researching, family. But I believe, and I believe that these characters die off on these dates. Some are blood sacrificed, and some change a character and move on to a different character, or some don't die off and they just play another role. I don't know. I'm still doing my research. I'm still in investigation, but I'm going to give you, I just believe, you know, why is Kanye just now coming telling us that his mother was sacrificed when he had over 20 some years to tell us the truth about what's going on? Why now? We've been waiting to hear what happened to his mother. He knew the truth when it happened. He went through some things. So, that's his frequency. Uh 33. Let's go. That's the Kanye in the picture with me, and that's the Kanye now. I mean, I just been nothing adds up. His nose is different. I mean, nothing adds up. The ears are different. The earlobes are different. I I don't know who this guy is in the middle. Um, right here, those are two different noses. Uh, two different noses. Look at the eye. Look at the everything. Y'all got to pay more attention. Now, in this picture, you can see this guy right here. Look how pointed his nose pops out. Look at that. That nose, that little tip of his nose. And then look how Kanye, the real Kanye nose is. It don't poke out like that. But I'm crazy though. You know what I'm saying? I'm crazy though. This is the real Ye. Y'all gotta know the difference. Come on now. Know thy difference. All right, let's see if I got any other. I know I know. This that's all right. So I'm done with that situation. But the next situation I want to talk about, family. Let's do this. 1 second here. All right, let's do this, family. One situation I got a problem with here, family. All right. Okay, now. I have a problem. Excuse me, family. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, fam. Okay, I have a problem with what's her name? Shanquilla Robinson. Now, when I say psyops, family, this is real bloodshed, but it's a psyop. Does that make sense? Meaning she was sacrificed. The winter solace, it's gonna ramp up. We got all types of people, family passing away. They giving them up. So I'm just gonna go through this real quick, and then I'm gonna get started on the video. I know that uh, I wanted to cover some things, so a lot of the time was wasted covering some things, but I just had to get this video out. It's very important that y'all understand what's going on with these energies. Now, Shanquilla Robinson parents spoke out on the news, and the first thing that stood out to me, family, what's the first thing that stood out? The Adidas, the blue Adidas, right? Okay, now follow me, just stick with me. Now, the blue Adidas stuck out to me, and um, what else stuck out? So let's talk about it. The blue Adidas and this mama and daddy. Now, instantly, we on a Masonic checkerboard floor. Mama got red on, daddy got blue on, daddy sporting Adidas. That right there gave me an alert. All right. Then I looked at what daddy's bracelet he got on, and looks like on his bracelet he got Moloch. Got a Moloch bracelet. Okay. Then I said, well, what type of necklace he got on? Then I zoomed in, see the necklace, family? Then I zoomed into his necklace and seen the necklace is Moloch. Okay? So, and that means something. The circle with Moloch grip. That's for another video, family. But let's keep going. So then I'm like, whoa, he got Moloch on his wrist and his neck. They're on a Masonic floor. Um, Hold on, y'all. We gonna get it. And then here's the gematria for Cabo San Lucas. Then I found another one. Bam. North Carolina, Charlotte. So y'all got to be able to see through and dodge the distractions. This is a distraction. Moloch popped out at me. I don't know why. I was like, what? I zoomed in. My zoom is ridiculous. I said, what is... So, you know, yeah. I mean, this is what this is about. Winter solace, sacrifice season. It's going to amp up. The Most High is going to uh, release his children from a lot of these evil spirits, narcissistic spirits, and, it's a lot that's going to go on. And if you are not ready for this, then woe to you. Get ready. I told y'all, repent, pray, meditate, repeat, do whatever you got to do, but dwell with the Father and only Him. Exodus 20. Exodus 20. Because all this fake, just think about, anytime I open my phone or go anywhere, they talking about arresting some girl for sacrificing Shanquilla. Yeah, that girl gonna get some time. She paid. Those actors are paid. People that go out and kill you, and just think about it. If TMZ got the killing or it was recorded, 9 times out of 10 it was a sacrifice. That's how those sick people are. They want to record the death. So just question everything. How about that? All right. So let's go, family. We are here and we are digging on the fake history of Chicago. Like I said, I did want to cover this. This video has been a long time awaiting because they lied to us. They told us these cathedral churches and everything were churches, and they built on top of them and changed them and remodeled them only to only to cover the biggest cover up of them being healing centers. Uh, and that's for another video as well. But let's dig into this. I found an article with a guy who felt just like the rest of us did. And let's talk about Chicago. They lied. They said when they found Chicago, it was basically pure just farmland, and that they found our ancestors that it was nothing going on here, which is all a lie. Family, there was courthouses, there was healing centers, there was tons of stuff going on here. History is a lie. Do your research and do not put your faith and trust in no man. All right? Okay, let's go. So let's start. It's the fake history of Chicago, and let's talk about it. He states, in school, history felt boring. Today I realized it bored me because it's fake. The feeling of boredom served to tell me it's fake, but I didn't get the message. I thought boredom meant it's not for me. How fake is the history you learn in school and on TV? Is it a little fake because of human error, or is it partially fake because history is written by the victors of war? Or is it completely fake because planet Earth is not all what it seems? The more I learn, the more I think it's completely fake. From A to Z, fabricated reality. I've written 4 books on fake history. I take joy in disrupting our habitual way of seeing. This idea seems scary to a lot of people. The implications, but it's not scary to me. It's liberating. Instead of having drawn and settled conclusions about everything, I can rediscover the whole world with new eyes. If you look at history through the lens of fake, it's staggering what you discover. Today, I randomly chose Chicago to prove this point. The fact that I can randomly choose any place on the map to prove fake history shows just how lazy the fabricators of history are. The miraculous appearance of a mega city. The common narrative around Chicago is that in 1820s it was nothing but a couple of houses and a farm at best. I have a clear memory of my childhood schooling where I was shown a picture like this. I grew up not far from Chicago, so our curriculum included some Chicago history. And the fake picture of Chicago in 1820, family. How quaint, easily impressionable as a child. I had no reason to doubt this. I liked the picture and stared at it for a while. The teacher would give me a good grade if I learned this stuff, and so I locked this contest into my mind. It became a foregone conclusion. I was happy that I had learned something, not realizing that my mind had just closed to other possibilities. And this image is listed on historical websites for Chicago in the 1830s. That's roughly the same scenario as 1820. Not much changed in 10 years. According to this Wikipedia map, the population of Chicago in 1830 was close to zero. One could say that Chicago didn't exist as a place. A couple of houses in the fields aren't even a proper village. Then in 1853, 20 years later, only 20 years later, Chicago was a sprawling city with massive cathedrals, factories, bank buildings, courthouses, high rises, and in 1857, just 5 years more, we have a megapolis that can compete with New York City, London, or Rome. Wow, that's impressive. Imagine a small group of wooden carriage riding cowboys and pilgrims building this vast city within a very short time. What a colossal triumph! This is a photo of Chicago Courthouse in 1855, just to get an idea of the size of these buildings. Massive, family. The photo of another Chicago courthouse is said to be from 1853. Here's another Chicago courthouse from the 1800s. An early 1850s view on Princess Street. You get the sense of just how great a feat it was to build an entire city like this in just 10 years of the 1840s. For a people who could barely build wooden shacks, a truly miraculous undertaking. You could tell I am mocking the official history. Yes, I've only been looking into history of Chicago for 10 minutes, and I'm already sitting here with a gleeful facial expression. I'm reminded of the cathedral in Barcelona, Sagrada Familia, which they started building in 1852. Today, 170 years later, it's still not completed. The newly built One Trade Center in New York took 50,000 people, 12 years to build, and that's just one structure. And yet, history books are selling the idea that an entire city of advanced grand architecture was built in max 15 years by a scattering of Americans who were known for building nothing more than their little house on the prairie. Don't get me wrong, it's not impossible to build a city in 15 years. I'm sure it happened many times. But when it happens, we have proposals, designs, construction photos, documentation, and reports of such a vast project. We learn from where the materials were quarried. We'll find stories of hardship, heroism during the Gargaton rise of a city, which was to become one of the largest in the world. As far as I can tell, such documentation is absent. In fact, there is a huge gap in 1840s information on Chicago. There is zero photographic evidence. Searching the internet, I only found panoramic drawing of Chicago alleged to be from 1845. A bit sparse for the most important decade in Chicago history. The Library of Congress runs a newspaper archive where you can find all kinds of U.S. newspapers dating back hundreds of years. You can find the archive here, Chronicling America. I input Chicago to look for newspaper articles from 1840s. As you can see below, I found articles from the 1830s to the 1850s, but there are none for the 1840s. This is the time we ought to find the most articles because it's the time Chicago was allegedly built. Yeah, right. I use search engines to input Chicago 1840, Chicago 1841, and all the way up to 1849 to find something, anything. But I find nothing. A decade erased from history? Where is the evidence that Chicago was a hustling and bustling town full of construction, work, and hundreds of thousands of workers migrating from migrating there from afar in the 1840s. Surely it would be shown or mentioned somewhere. Hmm, maybe it was destroyed in the Great Fire of Chicago in 1871, but we have documentation of the 1860s, 1850s, 1830s, and 1820s. It's the 1840s, the time Chicago was allegedly built, that are missing. Fire is not selective. But then, after a whole hour of search, a breakthrough, evidence that Chicago was already a big city as early as 1834. The source of this image, Woodcut of Chicago, 1834, from the website Encyclopedia of in Chicago History. Are you confused by now? So am I. The official narrative says that in the 1830s, Chicago was just a small farm and a few tents. One of these two ideas of Chicago in the 1830s must be made up. The description below the photo says the depiction is more predictive than historically accurate, since in 1834, Chicago was neither this bustling nor as fully and densely populated. It's easy to claim that old drawings, photos, or maps are false because they do not fit the narrative. But I have an alternative explanation. Chicago will most likely look this way in the 1830s if it was already a big city in the 1850s. I say the woodcut shows the reality and that the images I was shown in school with the farm and a tent beside a lake are fabrication. Boom. And here's a real life photo. Cathedrals slash churches slash healing centers. They lied to us, family. Okay, this article is long. I'm going to stop at this point on this article so I can continue for um, part three for Is Chicago Really Rome? But before I leave y'all, family, I want to cover another article I found pertaining to Chicago and Lake Michigan. And it states, have you heard of the mysterious triangle of Lake Michigan? Have anybody heard of this triangle? I've been in Illinois all my life and I've never heard of it. All right, now I want to discuss this, family, because I got an issue here. You know, I have an issue because my family is in Chicago. So, you know and they not in a really good side of Chicago. They in the mud, family. Shout out to my Chicago family. Okay, now they in the mud. Now, are they still getting it out the mud? No. Everybody has changed their life and they're no longer getting it out the mud. But my family is still on the block. Shout out to 63rd and Parnell, the whole block. My family got the whole block sold up. Yes, yes. Pull up on that block if you want to. Okay. No, but family, I'm speaking about this because I have witnessed some things, and I just want it's time to talk about what's been going on. Now, for those that haven't done your research and that you don't know, Chicago has high energy, vortexes, stargates, portals. Okay? Yes, yes, I know. Okay, these portals are in a couple spots. Why do you think the crime is so heavy there? Who do y'all think is actually, y'all really think our people really rolling up on the set and killing all these chosen babies? All these babies. These are our babies. Do y'all really think? Now let's think. Do y'all really think it's us doing this? Number one. Number two, they getting babies, melanated babies. When the babies die, where they taking these babies? Who eating? I mean, I'm sorry. Who is taking these babies and what they doing to them? Number three, um, there are. Future told y'all to mask off. He said mask off. Listen to the song. Number three, uh, you know, I'm gonna talk about the Stargates there on part three, family. I'm gonna go a little deeper, and I'm gonna let y'all know. Number one, life ain't like it ain't what you thought it was. Like I thought Chicago. It's not what I'm discovering is my city ain't what I thought it was. You feel me? It's something totally more sinister going on in the city. All right. Now, with that being said, they got portals, stargates, you know, in the train systems. And I mean, think about it. Why is it a tourist site? Why do everybody all over the world go to New York, Chicago? Just think, why are they? Just think about the energy. Just think about the frequency, and think about how much murder goes on the South in the wild hundreds of Chicago, excuse me, family, and uh, the West Side, you know, O Block. And I mean, I want y'all to really think who is running the gangs in the city. Y'all think them 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 lodges is controlling everything. Where y'all think most of them vice lords and gangster meetings at? The meetings, the initiation for the gangster disciples and 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 the vice lords is in a lodge, a Masonic lodge, family. Who do y'all think is running this simulation? Ah, family. It gets deep. Yes, I advised y'all that the rabbit hole never ends. It never ends, family. Okay, let's read this article. So, have you heard of a mysterious triangle of Lake Michigan? No, been around it all my life and ain't never heard it. Let's dig into it. We've all heard of the Bermuda Triangle, but what about the mysterious locale known as the Michigan Triangle? It's an area that stretches from Ludenton to Benton Harbor, Michigan, and to Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Here it is. Wow. Okay. So, has anybody knew about this Bermuda Triangle that connects Michigan, Chicago, and Milwaukee together? Is there something we don't know that's going on? That's coming out of this? Let's. This is. Oh wait, family. Excuse me. This is deep. This is really deep. All right, let's go. The mysterious phenomena of the Michigan Triangle first came to light in 1891 when a schooner named the Thomas Hume set off across the lake to pick up lumber and disappeared overnight along with his crew of 7 sailors. Okay. Others point to the disappearance of the Lee Griffin in 1679. There's another one. Okay, so in 1891, okay, uh, a schooner and 7 of his sailors disappeared. And then another disappearance in 1679. Okay. Many mention the loss of Rose Bell, the ship that was transporting supplies when it was found overturned in the water in 1921. There is also the strange disappearance of Captain George Donner in 1937. He went to rest in his cabin before reaching port. When his crew member went to wake him, his door was locked from the inside and Donner had vanished. Huh? Okay. There is a story of a Hope College student who went missing during a skiing trip in 1978. Stephen Kabaki went on a solo cross country skiing trip near Saugatuck, Michigan, when he disappeared. His footprints were found near the ice of Lake Michigan. Eerily, he was located 15 months later and 700 miles away from Lake Michigan with no memory as to what happened to him. Did they do a soul transfer on the brother? Huh? Did the Anakim, Anunnaki, whoever them, I'm not giving them credit. Here, Marco Williams shares the more riddles about Michigan Triangle. In his book, The Great Lakes Triangle, aviator Jay Gorley says the Great Lakes account for more unexplained disappearances per unit area than the Bermuda Triangle. So in this book, family, go copy The Great Lakes Triangle. He's stating the Great Lakes accounts for more explained disappearances uh, per unit area more than the Bermuda Triangle, but your news and nobody is talking about this. Theories related to the UFOs and aliens fallen, wandering in the sky overnight, because we know they're gonna take, they're gonna house their house gonna be in the sky. Prophecy is being fulfilled, and they're gonna get strike down. So stay tuned, family. So these fallen, the Anunnaki, wandering in the sky over the triangle of Lake Michigan, arose after the mysterious disappearance of Northwest Airlines Flight 2501 on June 23rd, 1950. The plane was flying from New York to Seattle with a stop in Minneapolis. On the way over to Lake Michigan, it seemed to simply disappear in thin air. Hmm. Huh? Did y'all hear that? So what did it fly over? A portal? I'm going to keep going. A vortex? A stargate? Does the powerful force have anything to do with Lake Michigan's Stonehenge, which was discovered in 2007 by the Northwestern Michigan College professor Mark Hawley? Hawley and his team discovered the rock formation 40 feet below the waters of Lake Michigan. While mapping shipwrecks, it features a similar alignment to the famous formation found in England that is famous for its irregular activity. It's theorized the one beneath Lake Michigan contains similar properties. It is paranormal activity. Is it aliens? Is it just bad weather? Okay, now let's look at this. I'm going to leave this link, family. Then they got more. Your personality based on which Great Lake is your favorite. Yeah, we bet. Look at this. Dodge the hijack. All right. You got Lake Superior. Lake Superior. Why is that called Lake Superior? Maybe because it's over in India, Superior family? Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Ontario. Anyways, family, I am going to really dig a little deeper. This is only part two. Part three will bring up some things about what's really gonna go down in Chicago January 1st. If you haven't seen the movie The Purge, please go check it out. If you haven't seen the movie Klansman with Samuel L. Jackson, please go check it out. It's very critical for the now. um, if you haven't seen the movie Pet Cemetery, please go check it out. All right. Um, I have so much more information. I'm going to conclude that in part three, family. With that being said, family, y'all, distractions, dodge them, hijacks, dodge them, narcissistic spirits, dodge them. No matter who they are, they are here in this simulation to hold you back from being activated. You have to dodge everything that's going to stop you from rising. So when I say dodge a hijack, I mean dodge it. That's dodging a hijack, basically. Dodging all those things mentioned. It's very critical right now to detox from the world, mind, body, soul, spiritually, everybody. If a person is sucking your energy in a negative way, please remove yourself. Please remove yourself from the situation. Okay? That is something that must be done. If you cannot see clearly and you are not getting information and you don't know how to tap into the spirit realm, please detox, get um, get to yourself. Start self-loving, shadow work. Start being by yourself, having that alone time, finding out who you truly are and where you truly come from so you know where you're going. That's very important. All right. Like I said, distractions, it's going to be a major death. It's going to be so much going on. I mean, celebrities are going to jail. It's going to be a lot of people going to jail for sacrificing our babies. Um, uh, it's going to ramp up, y'all. Um, and like I said, if you are in code and putting the most high over everything, you sitting back watching this with your popcorn. Period. All right? All right now, family. I'm working on part three already, and I have some other um announcements, some major announcements. Family, I am finally going to launch Copper Color Creations, my body butters, my teas, all types of stuff, my beard oil. I am going to add natural toothpaste as we go. Finally, I can't believe it. It's here. I know if you heard me speak of it, I am finally going to launch. All praise to our creator. He is the only one that have made this possible. When I told you I had people shutting the doors, trying to stop me from doing everything that I wanted to do. Family, I have overcame so much hate and jealousy and envy. Whew, it feels good, family. And everyone can do it. You just got to set those boundaries. Yes. Set those boundaries. Remove yourself from the negative energy. Rise, family. Rise. Of course, there's no other way but up from here, family. After being at the bottom, we are going to the top. And guess what? Nobody, no man can stop it. The tribe of Judah and Israel must rise. Okay, now, all praise to the Most High. Allah, Hawa, family. One.